I'm an insane dwarf, and I'm proud of it.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I
So
always thought you were much taller than a dwarf, but okay.
a few minutes tick by until the werewolves all start to like kind of filter through the woods. Weirdly enough, and the first thing they say when they see Peter is they all just kind of rush up to the group and it's like, "What happened? Like we got lost." I don't know what Hazel's plan was, but she
Hazel fucking happened.
He looks over at Peter. Park does. He's the one talking, by the way, and he goes, "Oh shit!
I think she betrayed us."
She tried to trap us in some webs, and when that didn't work, she just out and out attacked us.
Well, I mean that makes sense on our end. I mean, we couldn't find a way back. We had to go.
I mean, I'm not blaming you. It just sucks.
So
not. I mean, there's no. That's just so you know, that's what happened.
So she closed off openings, and she basically made a labyrinth for you guys.
I mean, more or less. I mean, it's just everything from here to about. I mean, real world space, about a mile out. Just there was no way to get back in. So we had to go quite a ways out.
Tell us the Bechelou is done. Hopefully, yes.
Yeah, he's done. You see Clancy, and he's pretty much covered in red. He's he goes, yeah, he's done.
Okay.
He won't be coming back. But,
thank y'all.
Peter lay on the ground, he kind of raises his left arm as best he can with the sword still in it. It's like, Clancy, fist bump.
He goes, that's not the arm that's hurting, is it?
No, come on.
He comes over and just lightly fist bumps.
Yeah, and then Peter just and then he just passes out.
He goes,
oh, God.
He goes, man, that would have been a hell of a thing to see.
He was amazing. I mean, I'm real damn proud of him.
He's full surprises.
At which point, Destiny, she goes, so, not to rain on anybody's parade, but you said that you guys had to fight Hazel.
Yeah.
Yep, and she's in there, and Jeb points to the fire, the burning house. He goes, Jakob just cursedly tossed her remains in there.
I mean, we did try to talk her out of it, to be fair. I at least tried to point out that she had previously promised us that she would not attack us, but apparently she felt her deal was over, so.
She says, well, I mean, as weird as it sounds, you can't really blame them. I mean, it's what they do. They eat. All of them do.
I blame the fuck out of her, and I'm glad she's dead.
I mean, I know you said that she was holding back scarier shit, maybe. So
she goes, yeah, that's. I mean, she goes, I mean, don't misunderstand. We're not mad at you guys over that. You guys clearly had to fend for yourselves. That just kind of means our job's just going to have to step up a little bit. And Clancy, he looks over at Jakob and he goes, you're the one who threw her into the fire?
Sure did.
Do you know for a fact that every single spider that was in her burned?
Oh no, I drug her a couple feet to get to the house, so I would say probably not.
He goes, fuck.
Cool.
He's like, don't get me wrong. I mean, you didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, I know it.
he goes, it's just irritating because if she didn't die, she's probably going to come back kind of pissed. That's fine. We'll jump that hurdle when we get there. The important thing is right now, not going to be any more crazy magic drugs being slung. At least not from rat people.
No, thankfully.
Well, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. We can we're gonna get you guys out of here fast before the cops show up. We might
Yeah,
be
and
able to
Peter's
do
literally
some.
passed out and waiting for an ambulance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this dude
we need
needs
to
a
get
hospital like
hospital.
now.
Yeah, we need. He's like, tell you what, we can make a little pit stop and see if we can help with any of that, Peter. Pretty much, yeah. You all kind of load up in the cars. We're going to assume you guys kind of took two vehicles or something like that. You guys get back to a place you're not really familiar with. It's pretty much it's a trailer, but it's not in Geek's neighborhood. It's a different trailer park. A lot of old Harley memorabilia scattered about. It's got a burn pit with the Harley logo on it. You're going to take a wild guess and say this is Clancy's place. He rushes everybody in, and Destiny pretty much immediately starts going over to Peter, and it looks like she's placing stones around him and stuff, animal bird feathers and things like that. And yeah, Peter's
I
pretty
thought you
much
said
out of
you weren't a
commission.
magician. I thought you said you didn't go to
She's-
fucking Hogwarts, dude.
She says this isn't a spell. This is totemic.
Okay, sure. The difference is academic to me, honestly.
She's like, don't even get me started on sorcerers. They're a completely different animal. But yeah, at which point it's Clancy and Park. They're pretty much out on the porch with you guys. And while Destiny's kind of doing her thing, and Clancy goes, you know what really kind of confuses the shit out of me?
Mm.
We never actually saw Scavenger Wolf at any point.
Do you think he was going to show up at some point? I mean, he's kind of in y'all's realm. You never saw him at all?
No. We saw all the signs. When I was talking to that rat back in that weird little skin suit, that skin suit was placed by him. The rats confirmed it.
Mm.
Never fucking saw him though. No hide nor hair.
So he's still out there. And we're going to have to do something about him at some point. I'm sure he's not just going to go about his merry way and leave Stonewall alone.
He's like, honestly, I don't fucking know. Bart goes, yeah, he's hard to read. He just kind of, there's two things he loves to do. Mess with us, and not us specifically, just most werewolves, and skin people alive and wear their skins for a couple of weeks. It's just, again, it's what they do. All spirits kind of have their own little ticks. But I don't know if he's necessarily going to move on or what.
Well, how can we, well, I guess we should just put some precautions in and just keep our eyes out. And then now that we know y'all, I guess we can be in contact and work together to make sure that he doesn't, show his shaggy head out here.
He goes, we'll keep an eye out on our end too. If we see anything, we'll let you know. But gotta say, for a couple of just, for a group of just regular old humans, you guys didn't do too bad. Kind of figured one of you'd be dead a long time ago.
Same.
This being completely meta.
Well,
Okay.
I appreciate that, Clancy, and I grab a Miller Lite and throw it to him.
He's like, thanks for handing me my own beer.
You're welcome, sir. Thanks for supplying it, and I crack it open.
So, yeah, a couple of weeks go by. Life at the Pickaxe, fairly regular. Jeb, your dad hasn't really talked to you about anything in particular involving any kind of sickness or anything. He has asked you several questions about how the killing of the Becheloux went. You've told him, I imagine you don't have any reason to hide anything from Frank concerning this kind of stuff. But yeah, he never brings up that even if he knows anything? Have you said anything to him? Like, has that been broached at all?
Yeah. I feel like Jed's been, kind of easily, like, laying it on, telling him, not like hinting at, telling him, like, Dad, I think you should go to the doctor. You haven't been in a long time. I know you're pretty stubborn about going to the doctor, but I think you got to go and get some stuff checked out.
Okay.
I don't know how stubborn he is to receiving that.
Okay. I'll make a little note of that. Jacob, you've managed to so far you've managed to handle 2 cases and get good verdicts on both of them. Also, while fighting fucking spirit monsters for the past month and a half. All charges with Peter and Jeb have been dropped. So even though I never actually got to utilize it all that much, you guys can get rid of your notoriety and you guys get an extra beat for that.
Excellent.
And Rat, he's pretty much agreed on his charges to obviously, they caught him. But, you managed to talk it down to, he's just some dumb kid. This is a first offense that he's been caught with that you know of. Pretty much, he's got to do about pretty much just like 80 hours of community service over the next couple of months. But, it's not like he's going to school anyway. So, I mean, he's going to knock it out. This he promises you. And he's decided, he needs to get out of that drug stuff for the most part. You don't know, kids, you don't know how much he's going to stick with that, but he has, he's giving me a pretty good word that, he's found Jesus recently.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Whatever it takes.
He's
The opiate of the masses.
He started to wash out the dreads, and now he's got the long hair that's parted in the center. The beard is more clean. He still looks ratty. I don't think
white people dreads really wash out. I think you have to cut that shit out. Unless his hair is like textured in such a way that it dreads naturally.
He's got curly hair. Who are you to judge?
I just want to say that I'm not saying oh no to him finding Jesus, but I just know the type of like, I was a drug abuser, but then I found God. That type makes me say, oh God.
And the thing is, like, he's 17. We love it. We love that poor idiot child. Peter, the good news is, like, you're not necessarily going to have a titanium rod in your freaking collarbone. However, you are pretty much stuck in a cast for, minimal movement for a couple of weeks.
He uses that as marketing, saying, "I met the skunk ape, and this is what happened."
Oh, absolutely. Whether people believe you or not, you're not 100%. But the newest additions to the skunk ape migration, people have noticed that.
Werewolves, are they Ghostbusters, Skinwalkers, the grandpas among us?
Yeah. People don't quite know what to make of any of this, honestly. But it is, it's drawing business. It's drawing money. You don't. How about those photos of Skunk Ape? I mean, obviously they're not clear. Are you going to try and put them up?
I've kept those to myself. I want to make full assurance of them.
Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of this particular campaign, everybody.
Yay!
We did it. We lived again amazingly.
Yeah, seriously.
Again amazingly.
It is amazing.
That
was so fun.
Yes.
Maybe.
We're going to turn off right there, and then maybe ? Dun dun dun.